stats for all of these games. So, Rod, what are your thoughts on Broncos Bills? 1 o'clock Eastern, Sunday afternoon, man. Broncos Bills. Josh Allen versus Bo Nix.
So, Herbie, listen, I don't want to be accused of bias here, which is fine because fuck the Bills, right? But listen, I actually find this to be one of the more intriguing games of the weekend, and I'll tell you why. Oftentimes in sports, we have something that is called, it's an old saying that goes, styles make fights. You can really apply that shit in almost any sport, depending on who plays, yada yada yada. Herbie, this this is a game, Herbie. Styles make fights because the Broncos, Herbie, are a team that defensively they have been one of the best teams in the league. Um, I have some stats here. The Broncos were first in sacks, Herbie. They had 63 sacks this year. They allowed 18.3 points per game, which was third in the league. In third down, they ranked 11th. In blitz percentage, they ranked third. So, Herbie, they had 6 players with 5 or more sacks, Herbie. You had Nick Bonito with 13 and a half. You had Jonathan Cooper with 10 and a half. Zach Allen with 8.5. John Franklin Myers with 7. But Herbie, the key player for the Broncos isn't even somebody in their front. We didn't do an award show this year, but if I were going to give my Defensive Player of the Year award, it would be to Patrick Surtain too, Herbie. And no, it's not because he's the son of a former great Dolphin. That could be part of it. But look at the way Herbie, Patrick Surtain is a chip off the old block. He is a dying breed of corner. He is a guy that you could literally put on the best offensive player who's a pass catcher, and he'll lock that shit down. He did that shit to Brock Bowers, Herbie. Matter of fact, I have a list of some names here. I actually have a list of a bunch of names, but I'll just list the big names, right? Against Jamar Chase, Herbie, he had Jamar Chase 78% of coverage snaps. Jamar only had 3 catches for 27 yards off of 6 targets. Okay, Jamar Chase. Michael Pittman for Indianapolis, 0 receptions, 0 yards, 1 target, over 50% of coverage snaps.
Wait. I do apologize because I know you're getting on the roll, but Michael Pittman probably would have had 0 targets and 0 receptions, bro. Anyway, because Anthony Richardson is his quarterback. Like, I
Fair
just want to
point.
throw that
Fair
out there.
point. Fair
Yeah,
point. Fair point.
right. But
Fair
go
point.
on,
Fair
go
point.
on, go on, go on.
Fair point. So you have Drake London, 0 receptions, 0 yards, 2 targets, 45% of coverage snaps. Garrett Wilson, 2 catches, 22 yards, 3 targets, 28 routes. Mike Evans, 1 catch, 9 yards, 1 target, 71% of coverage snaps. George Pickens, 1 reception, 16 yards, 2 targets, 65% of coverage snaps. Herbie, DK Metcalf, two receptions, 39 yards, 4 targets, 94% of coverage, 24 routes. Herbie, this man, Patrick Surtain, put on a clinic. Herbie, we used to call Revis Island. I don't know what we're gonna call Pat shit. I don't know if we're gonna call it Pat's prison. I don't know what the hell we're gonna call that shit. But Pat Surtain has been locking niggas down. And listen, I don't want to spend the whole time talking about the Broncos D, right? I'll speed it up because we do have the Bills. And there's a reason why I started this segment off the way I did. Herbie, Josh Allen this season has been a wizard against the blitz. I was looking at his numbers, Herbie, against the blitz this season. Now, remind you, the Broncos blitz at the third highest rate in the league. Josh Allen destroyed the blitz this year. He has 16 touchdowns and just 1 pick against the blitz. So you're going to have basically an unstoppable force going up against the immovable object, right? And listen, Josh Allen has been incredible this year. But I think the key player for the Bills going up against the Broncos, I think it's going to be James Cook, Herbie. James Cook this season, 1,009 yards, 16 touchdowns, tied first with Derrick Henry. And he averaged 4.9. He had 1 fumble all year, but he didn't lose any. So he secured the ball, had another 258 yards, 2 touchdowns receiving. He has been he's been kind of the guy that Josh Allen can lean on, and it's always good for the Bills it's always good for a quarterback to have a running game to help him out. Do you know how much Dan Marino would have cried for a 1,000-yard rusher? I think he had one his whole career.
Which is
Right?
crazy, which is nuts.
Nuts. So Look, man, I expect this game to be. It's going to be an entertaining game. I expect the Broncos offense to be able to. They're going to produce, Herbie, because Sean Payton is an excellent play caller.
Mm-hmm.
Bo Nix is better than we thought. They have
Mm-hmm.
weapons on offense, and I don't think the Bills' defense is what it has been in large part due to injuries. So I actually think, listen, Herbie, don't quote me on this, but there's an upset alert. Let's go Broncos! Let's go Broncos!
All
Broncos!
right.
Knock off
All
the
right.
Bills.
All right. I was gonna have two things, but now I have three things. First thing, your bias is kicking in. You just want to see the Bills get kicked out.
They gotta go, Herbie.
Two, and this is gonna sound all right, guys. My ego is gonna come out. I do apologize, but I have to bestow this upon the great PS2, Patrick Surtain Jr., man. He is the first person not named Darrell Revis that is worthy of the title Shutdown Fever, man. Rod,
Shut down fever.
do you remember what Shutdown Fever is? Shutdown Fever is when I used to play cornerback because, you know, all I play on NFL Superstar Madden is cornerback. And I would destroy receivers and completely take them out the game. When I created the term Shutdown Fever, man, it is a sickness. You have stickiness. You have fear. You have a shadow that's always around you. Your hands get sweaty so you can't catch the ball. That means you have been diagnosed with shutdown fever, man. Pat Surtain was giving so many people shutdown fever this season. Oof. This man had a similar year to the vaunted all-time great Darrell Revis 09 year. And he didn't get any kind of credit for it. Most people don't even know what he looks like. Most people don't even know his name. He was incredible this season, man.
He's my defensive player of the year, Herbie.
No, mine's too. Mine's too. And before we get out of here, we go to the next game. I have one last point. Did James Cook Space Jam his brother?
He gave him the ball, Herbie. He gave him the ball.
Did James Cook go to his brother's house and steal all his motion? Because it's like James Cook wasn't always getting off like this. He wasn't always getting off like this. It's the minute Dalvin Cook became trash, James Cook became a good football player, bro. I know what he did. Them boys is from Miami. He went to the Woo Lady, bro. James Cook went to the Woo Lady. He put voodoo on his old brother to get his skill, bro, and his talent, bro. That's fucked up, man. That's fucked up, James. That's fucked up,